Is your favourite tipple making your menopause symptoms worse? Welcome back to 50 Cents. With the pressure of symptoms, on top of all the daily stress we put up with in midlife, it's no surprise that so many of us settle down with a relaxing glass of something at night. However, many women say menopause and alcohol is a dangerous cocktail, making them feel worse, not merrier. So is it better to stop drinking during menopause? Many women say drinking makes their hot flushes, or hot flashes if you're American, worse. Red wine is often cited as a trigger for flushes and night sweats. However, some studies suggest that perimenopausal women who drink are at lower risk of the dreaded flush than those who have never drank. So alcohol could be a boon. Okay, quick disclaimer. It says light and infrequent, not a bottle every night. And also we're talking perimenopausal, which, if you've watched my guide to menopause terms, you know means the years immediately before the menopause itself. Some studies have suggested that after that, when you're postmenopausal, alcohol can indeed contribute to hot flushes. I've heard of women well into their 70s suffering from hot flushes, so sorry to lay that on you. So perhaps that medicinal wee nip at night could be to blame. Our hormones are a finely tuned system that keep us working. Each one acts like a chemical messenger, carrying out its function to the best of its capacity. It's not the local courier system that throws your delivery on the doorstep and then runs away. Oh no, definitely not. Until it's had a drink, that is. Then it's all over the shop, staggering around and failing to do its task correctly. Alcohol can have a major impact on our endocrine system. That's the posh name for the glands that produce and secrete hormones. Alcohol plays havoc with the hormones that regulate our blood sugar levels, making them lower than normal and triggering your nervous system to shout out for food to get the balance right. The result are the likes of palpitations, jitters, panic attacks, anxiety and hot flushes. I get really ragey when I want food, and I can get ragey enough in menopause without adding to it. Studies also suggest that social drinking can be enough to trigger an early menopause. There are probably very few of us who haven't dropped into a deep alcohol-induced sleep at some point. But did you really sleep? Or did you wake up the next morning after a fretful night feeling like you were about to die from tiredness? Although it's a sedative, alcohol actually stops us getting the right sort of sleep we need to replenish our bodies and wake up feeling as fresh as a daisy. You're more likely to feel like the compost the daisy's growing in. Our fallen estrogen levels in midlife and menopause can also disrupt our sleep patterns, making insomnia a fact of life for many menopausal women. And then you can also add in the night sweats that can have you waking up several times. Menopause and alcohol is a double whammy for your sleep. I know that if I have a full-bodied red wine, then I'm not going to sleep well that night. And sleep is vital for our physical and mental well-being. So far rather, get a meditation app and spend some time relaxing before you go to bed rather than cracking open the Baileys. Believe it or not, there are some benefits from light to moderate drinking, including reduced risk of heart disease, increased bone density, which postmenopausal women often struggle with, reduced risk of dementia, especially compared to heavy or no drinking, increased well-being, and a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. But what is light to moderate drinking? When it comes to menopause and alcohol, we need to understand the limit between light to moderate drinking and drinking too much. The NHS advises no more than 14 units of alcohol a week on a regular basis. Spread those units out over 3 days or more and have several drink-free days each week. So what am I going to do? I know drinking's bad for you, and yet having a drink with Mr. 50 Cents and putting the world to right is a joy. Going to the pub for a pint before going to watch football is a joy. Meeting my friends for a giggle on a night out over a glass of fizz is a definite joy. I enjoy having a drink, whether it's sitting in a top restaurant and having a sommelier choose the right wine for the meal, to just chilling out with a cold lager in a backstreet pub, on a hot day. And yeah, drowning my sorrows when my football teams fail to win. They're a part of my culture and something I don't want to give up. But I do know that I can't drink as easily as I did in the past. This isn't just menopause and alcohol. Both men and women suffer. Our bodies lose the ability to retain as much water as we age. And with less water in our system, the alcohol dehydrates us more. So no, I'm not going to stop. But I am watching my intake and weighing up whether that Cabernet Sauvignon is worth the sleepless night. I'd love to know how or if alcohol affects your menopause symptoms. If you don't drink, how do you cope with that? What do you tell people? It is getting more acceptable to go into a pub and just have some mineral water or a soft drink. And there's a huge range of soft drinks you can have now. So let me know what your favourite alternatives are, or let me know how you cope with having the odd glass of wine or a beer or a gin and tonic and your menopause symptoms. Does it affect them? If you've enjoyed this, please hit the like button. It helps more people find the channel and that helps us grow. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a 50 cents video. See you soon.